Hi ladies, this is Dolly, and this is a process share from over the weekend at the Secret Not So Secret Kit Club on Facebook. Once a month they put on a weekend challenge. I'm just doing a share. If I remember what the prompt is quickly, I'll let you know. If not, I'm just going through to share the layouts that I completed over the weekend. Alright, this was a scrap lift of someone that you had either printed or saved on your phone or your computer. I have this posted over in the photos, and I've credited the person by providing a screenshot of the layout. I did not print it, otherwise I would insert it right here. I followed the layout to the T. So it was calling for a strip. I did a punch here, this piece of paper, and you focused your layout going down in this diagonal direction here. I completed this little tab from that group 2 months ago on a weekend challenge. This layout was texture, show the different elements, textures that you use, and so I show several here. I use ripping paper to create texture, ribbon, metal clips, enamel dots, but these are metal enamel dots. Behind here is, I think they call that crepe paper. That's behind theirs, and therefore those are the different elements that I showed, that I created. My sticker here is crooked. Sometimes that happens when you pile them up. All right. This was a scrap lift of one of the members of the group, Maura, and so I picked one where she had these elements going down in circles. Original post showed that these strips were going all the way down. After later looking at it, it looked very awkward. They were just too long. It was out of balance with the size of the photo. This makes it more balanced. It's still a little bit, but it's as much as I can tear this paper off because these enamel dots were glued down. And this is a photograph of Round Butte in Central Oregon. This was from Daisy Scraps. She had a challenge, and it was to use cutouts and then back them up with paper. I can't remember what this challenge was. The collection of this paper is Just Be You by Echo Park. I've got a dolly here. One of the challenges this weekend was to make a card, and you had X amount of time to make it, and this also to include some texture. So I included, if you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, there's this and a ribbon. I put a flare button right there, and then this is my little guy with his cousin, and it was her 18th birthday. And this challenge was to use frames. All right, and this one I do not remember what the challenge was. It may have been a scrap lifting. Okay, but anyway, this is us checking out this park with an old wagon trail bridge in it. So it's pretty cool. So anyway, I just called it Walking in the Park. And again, this is using the Just Be You by Echo Park collection. Sorry about that. If I had the strip, I'd let you know. So the 12 by 12 of this one is from Jelly Bean Soup. So that's what this layout is about. And actually this design, this might have been a bonus one. This one is from Christie's Beautiful Life, 30 Days of Sketches. So this came from that design. Again, this is a place in Central Oregon. And again, and then I splattered some gold Heidi Swap right here, and then the embellishments are just from my collection, and this is some paper, and this is from actually Walmart. It looks like this didn't get glued down. All right, and this layout, that 12 by 12, is from Little Yellow Bicycle. This is very old 2012 paper. I do not remember what the challenge was here. But anyway, this is a group of us. Oh, this challenge was about your tribe. So your tribe could be your friends, family, co-workers. It could be just an individual. So anyway, that's what this challenge was about. And I just took several 3x4 cards and layered them up. They all came from my stash. Everything in here is very old items, even these little glitter stars. About the only thing that's a newer collection, I think this is from Pink Paisley line. And let me think, I don't remember. Oh, I think we had to use paper, like use Christmas paper, but not with Christmas photos. So that's what this was in regards to. And this is my little guy one day showing me what he invented, and he had told me that this was his bug spaceship. And the background paper here is Crepe Paper Cool Kid collection. This one's not too old. This is from Chamel travel line. I don't remember the name. So that's what this chipboard here is, and then I have a heart. This just says Family Inventor, a flare button, and then that banner there, and then some old washi tape right here. This challenge was to repeat patterns. And I'll try to get rid of the glare. I'm sorry. I got to pay attention. So I use my creative memory. This is a punch that you punch in. It does the long ones. And because you had to use your pattern repeatedly. And so that's what I did. And then I did some mixed media here in the background. And I did a little bit on top to create some layering on here. And then again, this is a picture of my little guy, his first day for 3rd grade. This will go in his album. And this challenge, this was like a 30-minute layout challenge that we had to do, and there was some theme. Was it the wedding one? Something borrowed, something new, something blue, something old. So this is an older photograph of my grandmother and my step-grandfather. And so that's what this one was. That's what that challenge was. But we still only had 30 minutes to put it together once we gathered. So that's what that challenge is. Layout's about Count the Stars came from the Chamel line Stargazer, and then I penciled these clouds out. I put some molding paste on top, not too thick because I wanted the paper to come through. I inked it up, and then I cut it out like clouds. And this is just a photograph of 2014 of myself and my sister when we met up. Then there were several challenges for mixed media. So I don't remember everything that we had to do. Some was just layering different ink products that you have, and that's what's here. And I stamped the background. So first in the background I used a Tim Holtz stencil here. Then I layered up with another stencil on top with ink. Then I used archival ink from, I'm trying to think who it's from, I think Stays On. They came out with some colors. So that was that one. This one we had to do an ombre look in the background, And so I chose purple, and then I used watercolor to do ombre with the flowers, and then I stamped the sentiment on it. This challenge was, right here on this side, was to do a quilting challenge. And I just struggle with them because it's something new. But the more that we use something, the more comfortable we are. So that's what this challenge was not using the sequence, but was a quilting pattern. And so this design layout came together for me. And then this is from Pink Paisley. I don't remember the collection that's there. This was a challenge with Beth, and I can't think of her name, but she has a Facebook site, Scrappy Wonders, Tea and Inserts and Beyond, and she makes and sells your travel notebooks. And this was about, again, layering, using acrylic paints and mixing it with your other paints. So I used a stencil here, and I used Tim Holtz acrylic paints. And then after it dried, I used some watercolors in here, the yellow. Actually, it's the whole background. And then I just outlined with some, oh, I forgot what that pen's called, but anyway, that's what that is, and put a saying on there. And I think that completes the four there. Yes, that I did. And so that's my trial. So that's my layout share. Again, please go check out all these ladies on Facebook and find them on YouTube. But please go check out Christina Swords, Sarah Scrap, Crafty Megan, Hannah. That was one of the challenges too. We had to do a tag, and I used that tag on a challenge. So I am missing a layout. I probably have put it already away. So check out Hannah at the Crafty Maven Getaway Destination Group, Christy's Beautiful Life, Heather's Crafty Life, Daisy Scraps. There's just several. Just go check out the group. Again, thank you for your time, and we'll see you next time. Bye.